Yes, we are here. We're here. Manchester United 2, Liverpool Dirty Scousers 1. It's been a long time since all of us are sat here smiling about a performance at Man United. I was actually just saying to the lads then off air, I don't know the last time we won apart from pre-season. Genuinely in the league, I can't remember the last game it was. I don't like it's mental to even like just watch us play like that as well. Adam, I'm gonna bring you in on it first straight off the bat because you watched the full game. Me and Sam was obviously outside the stadium with the process and stuff, so we can't give a full, accurate analysis on it. What stood out for you straight off from the bat in that game?
Right from the get-go, we just started chasing them down, hunting in packs, pressing from the front, everything you wanted. I said it in the Instagram live. If we can get a positive start, even if we can keep a 0-0 for a while, but look and hit them by pressing in numbers, and that's exactly what we done. We put them under pressure from the get-go, and they didn't expect it because we started slow in our last two games. We conceded fairly early on in those, but no, we stay compact. The back four looked absolutely solid, and especially I was a wee bit critical of Elanga. He should have scored in the first half. He had a very big opportunity. I thought
I've still not seen that, by the way. I
been
still haven't seen it. No.
Bruno done well. He ran through the centre, and he kind of knocked it back. I think it was through Van Dijk's legs, and it was a one-on-one. But then he hit the post. Ten Hag even stood up and had his hands, and then it was just straight down. He thought it had gone in, but honestly, it was. I can't remember us starting a game that well, and especially against a team of Liverpool standard.
Yeah.
We made them look ordinary. They didn't look like scoring all night, and they get a lucky goal then in the end. I know, but like we done everything right tonight. I don't think you can fault anyone on the pitch. Everyone was at least a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Nobody had a bad game. And when's the last time we said that?
Exactly, which is mental because everyone we've been watching recently, that Brentford game, the only Christian Eriksen really in that was like, right, he's had an okay game, he's done all right. Sam, obviously, again, we was outside with the protests and stuff, so we didn't see any of the first half really. Just from what you saw in the second half, what was you impressed with and what stood out for you?
Can I just say I never doubted us. I never doubted it.
6-0.
Always
6-0.
I was always behind United, always assured of the victory. Yeah. It was always going to work out.
Oh god.
I mean, the first sort of whispering of success we were outside the stadium and we heard a massive just roar come out from the back of the stadium. I'm like, that's got to be us. There's no way the away fans are that loud. That's got to be us. And we're running down the street and there's a guy in a porta potty coming out and we're just like, who scored? And he's just like, Sancho. I was like, fucking yeah. So we're like walking down the street to
his pants down around his ankles.
Yeah. So we're walking down the street
to
get for the lift, and then I'm trying to get my phone, Now TV working. I'm like, for fuck's sake, and it popped up and we just stood outside of M&S closed with my phone, stood there, me and Nick just watching it, just like, and then Elanga's fucking missing stuff, and then Rashford's dicking players left, right, and centre, just amazing. And then second half, I thought Malacia, sure, mate, you've lost your fucking place. It's done. It's over. You're fucking over, mate. It's gone. Maguire, sit on the bench, lad. You've had your time. Varane, Martinez, fantastic. Both of them really fucking good. Martinez especially. Thought Martinez candidate man of the match. So was Malacia.
Told you boys, Lissandro's the boy. Lissandro, he was all
doubting
doubting after that.
He was my favourite player. He was my favourite player before he even came, and he is now proper secure.
I'm not seeing a message there. Ten Hag just dropped an F-bomb on his post-match.
Get in. That's what I want.
I love it.
That's what I want.
You know what? I was about to say, I'm watching it now on the side. You've got Gary Neville, Roy Keane, Ten Hag, and then Jamie Carragher kind of like in the middle of him. And they're all smiling. You got
Jamie Carragher's just
Neville's smiling. Carragher's just like that. Like smiling, but you know he doesn't want to. I fucking love it. Absolutely love it. But one of the things that they're touching on at the minute from the little bits I've seen is the emotion, the attitude, the application. Forget all your tactics. All your tactics completely out the window. It was the application from the start. And again, I'll have to rely on you for that, Adam, because I didn't see the start of it. But they was pressing up high, was there?
Yeah, it was very aggressive. They wanted it more than Liverpool by the looks of things. It was like watching a different team, and if I am being honest, you look at who we dropped out of the team, and it just suited us a lot better. We dropped these big names, where there's been a lot of speculation around them recently, and we just played like a team. Maybe there was too much, kind of talk between these two, and that's why we haven't been really working well as a team. But it's like the pressure was gone off us, and we were against one of the best teams in the league. It's just a different Manchester United it was today than any I've seen in the last year and a half.
Sorry, I have to say, the main sticking point. I know players like Rashford had a good performance. Sancho looked all right from what I saw. Even Martial when he came on as well. But that centre-back pairing has to be the centre-back pairing going forward. I know Varane's got his injury issues, but if you could start off with that base, that platform going forward, them two, I think I said in when Treyas was in the watch-along and we was still coming back from the stadium, I said it still can steal. The reason why Vidic and Rio Ferdinand work so well together is because they complemented each other. And I think Varane and Levan, as I like to call them, complement each other really well, and that is your base. You bring Casemiro into that as an anchor to sit in front of him, but we're making progress. We're getting forward.
Malacia has to be the starting left back.
Has to Malacia. Like he is so much fitter, quicker, more dynamic than Luke Shaw is.
Well.
He's a modern
so much
fullback.
more aggressive.
Yeah.
Like he just attacks players. Like if a player has the ball, he's hunting you down and he's taking it. Like he's proper aggressive, and he shouts as well. He communicates with players. Like he's been here like a month and a half, and he's shouting at people, going, "Fucking here!" Like organising defenses and stuff. It's like, when was the last time you see Shaw shouting at anybody? When was the last time you see him organise anything? Just a couple of shout outs to people in the chat. #Dollars in the chat. I hate it. We're in for a good season. Casemiro in front of these defenders. Sorry, these Warriors added to that. Anthony. Yeah, it's looking good. Dan, can we do top 4 prediction again? The Sandro's a beast. Vidic type will put his head everywhere. Varane more Rolls Royce type, more like Rio. That's what you were saying, Nick. We've got a very good defence protected by the wall of Brazil. Casemiro. Malacia is a first choice left back, not even question. Yeah. Oh, I agree with all of that, mate.
Has to be. What about the midfield though, Adam? Obviously, I saw the second half and made quite a few changes and stuff, but I seen people praising the midfield for how they was doing. They obviously started, didn't they, with Eriksen, McTominay, and Bruno. How did they kind of kick on? How was they looking?
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, when me and Shreyas reacted to the team, we were just looking at McTominay, Elanga, but mainly on McTominay because everyone was just doubting that he'd be dropped. Everyone was expecting Fred to start. And to be fair, out of the whole team, I see was maybe the weak point. But he did put a shift in, and we won the game in midfield. That's where the game was won. We completely hit them on the counter the whole time. We won the ball back really, really fast. And to be fair, Scott was in the middle of all that a lot. Then I noticed one thing. They kept passing back. Eriksen would drop a bit deeper, and he'd see the passes that were, I tweeted it, that were off the camera. You couldn't even see them on the camera, and he was picking the passes out in the left and the right, spraying them out there. Kind of like what Pogba used to do, but he'd do it a lot faster. And we just, every through ball was on point. I can't remember really any of their defenders winning the ball before ours on a through ball. We just made them look ordinary.
There was a ball in midfield. There was a ball that cut through the middle of their defence to I think it was Rashford, and he should have buried it, and he just sort of didn't quite hit it right, but it cut through like a knife through butter. It was fucking beautiful. I was like, when was the last time we did that pass? I can't remember. Remember the last time we did that sort of passing. It's amazing.
It doesn't happen that often with us, but I'm just looking at the midfield now, and Casemiro in that midfield. It could dominate. Like it could be up there with one of the best midfields in the Premier League in terms of starting. And to think I'm actually saying that now after a couple of months, we're saying our midfield wouldn't even be in the top 10.
Yeah, let's not be too reactionary. I don't want to like. It's a good performance. Don't get me wrong. It's a platform to build on, but I still want to see more results in the next at least consistency in the next 4 or 5 games. Definitely bringing Casemiro into that, for me, one of the best DMs in the world, will improve that again significantly. He'll be the anchor.
Not according to Graham Souness.
No,
Graham Souness, like slagging him off. He's won 5 Champions Leagues, but yeah, not a good player. Fucking idiot.
Yeah. But I think, you know what? It's big shout out to Christian Eriksen, because when we're going through these players who were signing, Lisandro Martinez, big money, 55 million, Malacia coming in, we kind of hijacked the deal and stuff. And then Eriksen on a free. Some people looking at it and are like, you know, I've seen like things on social media. It was like good signing, but Eriksen really like. But for me, since he's come in, he's been so important and he's been one of the better players. He looks like he is the creative midfielder that we really need, and he's so intelligent. He's so crisp on the ball. He brings that extra bit of class, and it's nice to see in that midfield because it's desperately needed.
He's a set piece taker too, and we haven't had one of them in a while.
That free kick,
100%.
the free kick he took, you remember, Nick?
Oh,
I was just round there saying the keeper got a touch, didn't it? Like, so I was like, when was the last time we had a
Rooney against goal?
Yeah, when was the last time we had a free kick and it went near the net or near the goal? Like, you remember? I can't. I can't fucking remember it. Hashi Dallo, never thought to say it, but McTominay had a good game. Yeah, according to, if Adam's correct, he had a good, I only saw the second half, so, but yeah.
I'm definitely going to watch the full game back because I missed a lot of it. So I'm finding it hard to like throw analysis at it when I don't want to jump the gun and be like, oh, he looked good. But straight from the bat, the two defenders, Christian Eriksen and Rashford. There was patterns of play I was seeing from Marcus Rashford, like you suggested them before, Sam, where he skinned three people. That's what he used to do, off the cuff, through the legs, round the side.
Season 1920, that's all he did. He just tore people apart. And it was so nice
Trent especially.
Oh, Trent looked like shit today. He looked awful.
Yeah.
He looked so bad.
And this is what I mean. Like, on the pitch, they still had Alisson, Van Dijk, Robertson, Trent.
They had to start in
Salah, Diaz, Firmino, who are still very good front three. The only thing you can kind of question is the midfield, but they still had Henderson, who's is he the captain, Henderson? He's the captain, isn't he? You got Henderson in there, and who was it? Was it Milner? Who else started for them? Midfield. Henderson, Milner.
And
Elliot. Who's not a bad player himself. I don't like him. He's a bit of a shithouse, but he's played for him quite regular. So you look at it like this: we're above Liverpool in the league. How mad is football? It's absolutely.
Can anybody predict? Anybody predict this fucking league in a minute? Like, honest to God, City drew 3-3 with Newcastle, and then you had that amazing game with Tottenham and Chelsea, and then Tottenham got absolutely smashed by Leeds, and then
Chelsea got beat by Brighton.
Chelsea beat by Brighton, and then
not by Brighton.
Leeds.
Sorry,
I just said.
Leeds,
and then United lost their first two games. Liverpool drew 2 games, and then we've it's fucking all over the place, this league. I can't predict anything that goes on. It's absolutely insane.
Well, you look at it like this: relegation candidates, Manchester United go ahead of title contenders Liverpool now. They're a point ahead of them.
I was saying to Shreyas in the watch along, they were my pick to win the league, Liverpool. I thought they would. It's crazy. This is a Premier League football. This is why it's so good, and this is why it's the best league in the world, because you do not get that in the French league. You don't get that in
We're 3 games
Italian
in as well. We're 3 games in. We're not even at sort of a third away the season. It's amazing.
Let me just get the Premier League table up because I want to see. I'm pretty sure we're like 14th or something like that, but we're still above Liverpool. Yeah, we're not bottom anyway. That's for sure. So Arsenal sitting top with 9, which is crazy in itself. Liverpool 16th. We're here 14th. You've got Man City 2nd, Leeds 3rd. It's just so unpredictable at the minute. You don't know what's going on. And I think we've got Southampton, is it, in our next game?
Yeah.
That's when Sevilla said the season starts.
The season starts on Saturday. A couple of comments. Hashi Dallo Martinez reminds me of Vidic, Malacia of Evra, Eriksen of Skulls, Casemiro of Keane. I'm excited for the future. Martial looks like another good player. What a difference a manager can make. So true, mate. Sudeep, the game was won not because of the players on the pitch, but the players that was kept off the pitch. It's a good point. It's a very good point.
Yeah. But let's jump to that actually, because that's a very interesting point. Harry Maguire not starting and Cristiano Ronaldo not starting is a massive statement. And Shaw as well is a huge statement, because we've had managers in the past. We've had Rangnick, we've had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who consistently play him. And we're all sat there scratching our heads thinking, why the fuck is he starting again? And then I think players get into this kind of complacency where they're like, well, he's not going to drop me, so even if I play shit, I'm going to start again anyway next week. There's no accountability either. They're just like, well, I'm going to play again, so it is what it is. Now, Maguire's been dropped. Levan have put in an absolute world there. He's going to have to absolutely graft to get back into the team. That's where you raise the dressing room becomes a mentality. Then Ronaldo. One thing I will say about Ronaldo is he was dropped, and a lot of the times when he gets dropped, he throws his toys at the pram.
Yeah.
But from what I saw on the bench, I might have missed a few things. Again, I'm not entirely sure. He was encouraging. He was clapping.
Yeah.
He was saying, "Yeah, go," and then he came on. He done his little bit. So
Celebrated Sancho's goal too.
There we go. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. So that's encouraging. That's a positive sign, and I think that's like. A lot of people have been talking about Ronaldo saying, well, he scored 20 goals last season, so you have to keep him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I agree with it to a certain extent. But in order for a team to succeed, you cannot make it about one individual. Everyone has to get behind the motive. Everyone has to get behind the philosophy that the manager wants to implement. And I think if that's your starting point and you can do that and, you can play together as a team, actually look like a team on the pitch rather than a set of individuals, because that's always been Manchester United's problem, I think you can actually get somewhere. But then it's keeping that consistent pattern.
I'm sorry to praise Arsenal. Apologise if you're listening. That's what Arsenal did. Aubameyang, it was too much about him. It was too much about the way he was. And Arteta was like, I will take the short-term pain right now and get rid. And obviously they were sucked and they struggle and stuff like that. Now you see that it's starting to pay off. He's built a team. He brought players in he wants. Jesus has come in, absolutely killing it straight away, and he's brought in the players he wants, and he's got a team together, and it's working, and he's producing results, and that's what happens. Klopp did the same thing. We put that graphic up, didn't we, Nick, about the team when we were watching it, about the team he came into, Klopp, and it's just fucking shocking. It's like Mignolet on there, and just fucking Skirtle and shit, like just awful players on there, and it's just like that's what Ten Hag's trying to do. He's trying to build his team, bring his players in, build a team, and there's no room for individuals in that sort of team. And as great as Ronaldo is, if the team plays better without him, you've got to start sort of considering that.
Look, I don't mind. I want to bring you in on this as well, Adam. I don't mind keeping Ronaldo as long as he is a team player and everyone comes together, because this divide between him and Maguire, yes, Maguire, when in comparison, is the worst player. 100, I get that. But when it's having a detrimental impact on the rest of the team, that's when I stop and disagree with it completely. But do you think if he can put aside, because obviously no team wants to come and get him at the minute, so it's looking like he's going to have to put his shit aside and crack on with the season. If he can do that, I'm sure we're happy to have him, right? We're happy to go for him this season.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look, I know he done well last season, but as a team, we didn't do good last season.
No.
And I think he's had a big reality check over the summer. I think he knows more than even us about what offers he didn't get. I'm sure he got offers from the likes of, I think, wasn't there one big one from Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
And he is like, no, I'm not going there for the money. He probably got one from China too. You never know. If he can accept the fact that he's not going to be a regular starter, and he notices the team playing, I think it'll take him to a higher level, and he'll want to play. He wants to play more than anybody else, and he'll probably buy into the whole idea of Ten Hag's system, and he'll actually kick on and be better in training. So he might push to even start a place, but right now, he just needs to kind of swallow his pride and just accept that the team are playing better without him. And it's because he kicked up a fuss in the summer, and that's why the manager isn't choosing him. The manager had him in his plans. He said it at the very, very start. What does he guarantee? Goals. But he obviously threw his prams out of the
toys out of the pram.
Toys out of the pram, not his pram out of his toys.
That'd be impressive. He can throw his pram out of his toys. That'd be fucking impressive.
But
can I get to sorry.
What were you going to say? Oh no, I was just going to finish up with saying if he can accept the fact that the team are playing better now, then just sit on the bench. But don't be like a spoiled brat, and don't turn the mood toxic, because there's right now the boost, the morale boost that we'll get from this game will be fantastic. And then there's talks about his interview coming out within the next week.
Yeah, do not want that.
No, that's why I think Ten Hag needs to nip that in the butt. Just completely nip it.
Yeah.
What was that? You say nip that in the butt?
Yeah,
in the bud. In the bud.
You know it's nip in the bud, don't you?
Oh, is it? I thought it was butt.
He's had one glass of whiskey. He's not even had that. He's not even finished the glass
in
yet.
The
Fucking hell.
Well,
Right,
don't let
I'm-
that interview.
Yeah, I'm reading some comments while Adam recovers from that.
Oh my god.
Hashi Dallo, Lissandro Martinez, big kick in the arse of haters saying he's the weak link. Remember the name. Ronaldo needs to go. No players above the manager from Sadeep. Daniel Rice, 437 subscribers. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Hashi Dallo, CR7 has not caused any kind of difficulties since he returned to training, according to Fabrizio Romano. Yemen, up the Reds, up the fucking Reds. Man United will be the first boat to crash with their captain. We'll get to the nation without him. Man United, Maguire is the exception to the rule. Dan Raj getting the first 3 points of the season against Liverpool is more enjoyable than getting it against Brighton. I agree, Dan. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather not get to that point than just get the points of Liverpool,
True.
but we're here now, so you've got to take it, haven't you? Ultimately. Yeah, wow. It's so nice to actually be smiling after a game and being positive and just like I've like you said at the start, it's so true. I've completely forgot what it's like to be positive after a game.
Yeah.
And watch a good performance. It's not like we've kind of dragged it out or
Yeah.
just got a scruffy goal, and we've actually played well. Scored 2 goals, and they got the scruffy goal to kind of get back into it a
I'm
little
actually
bit.
looking forward to going and watching like people doing analysis, people looking at stuff like. Anytime like match of the days at United, I'm like, I fucking can't be arsed. I'm not gonna watch that shit.
I can't
again.
remember the last time I watched Match of the Day.
No, I'm not watching that. And then when like all the fan channels will follow, I'm like, do I have to? I'm not gonna watch it because it's just fucking depressing. It's fucking sad. But now I'm like actually enjoying it. It's like see what we did well, see what 10 hours work on, the tactics, the movement, all that. I'm looking forward to it. And it's like, how long has that been? Like it's been a year, 2 years. Like fucking hell, it's been so long.
I can't wait for the Klopp to blame it on the moisture of the air.
I'm waiting for
in
that
Old
shit.
Trafford.
I'm waiting for that shit.
Can't wait for it. I'm gonna love it.
Lewis
Yeah, but
Jackson,
that-
Klopp's in the mud. Yes, mate. I agree.
I was singing, I think Klopp is in the mud, Klopp is in the mud. Na 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 na. Love it.
Was Old Trafford dry? Was the bench in your seat a bit too sticky? Like what was wrong, Jurgen? Fucking tell us.
Will be sticky after he shit himself and Rashford scored that second one. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah, positivity. I love it. Shall we get into the ratings, lads?
Yeah.
An actual ratings where we're like, yes, 7, 8,
So
9.
there's a comment from Lewis Jackson.
Go on. Go on.
Watching that was like taking a fat Viagra.
I didn't need one for that.
Oh fucking hell! We're gonna win.
Just on the bench like that.
Yeah. We're gonna win something this season. It might be the FA Cup, Europa League, Cup, but we'll win something. Ashley Dallo, De Gea had a good game. Liverpool missed Maguire today. Should have gotten the 3 points. I love you, commenters. You're fucking great. Together we can. Man, you. Yes, thank you. Going to the player ratings. Happy commenters. Happy chat.
Buzzing for everyone, buzzing for the fan base, and buzzing for the team, and buzzing for Ten Hag. Absolutely. Let's do the ratings. It's going to be hard a little bit for me and Sam because we haven't seen the full thing. So don't judge our ratings and be like, well, how have you given that? Because again, we've only seen one half of football. Let's go with David De Gea. Adam, I'll start off with.
I'm going to be honest, he didn't have much to do. He done one really good save. It could have been an own goal by Lissandro at the time. But the only bit of criticism that I have is his distribution again. And Sky Sports did put a graphic up.
Can we just... Sorry, Adam, 1 second. Sam's absolutely chuckling at the bottom. Sorry, Adam. Please throw in the comments, Sam, because you're just going to keep giggling otherwise.
Lewis Jackson. I might have to ban it for the chat. He's just ruining things. Harder than a totem pole. Words of Ryan Giggs. Oh, fucking hell. Lewis, you can come again, mate. You can come again.
Can we have no more comments until we finish the ratings, please? Because it's just we're going to derail the show completely. We'll get into the comments after, once we finish.
Yeah,
hey, Adam. Talk to me about that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just saying, really, the only criticism I have is his distribution of shots.
Should we just do the numbers and we'll just get it through like that? Because his distribution was shit. We'll give him a 6.
Lewis is
Six,
very
6.5.
proud of himself. He's laughing his ass off.
Yeah, I bet he is.
I bet he is.
Yeah.
6.5 I give him. Just for a good save he done. He didn't have much to do. His distribution was quite poor at times. Probably, I'd like to see his accurate pass percentage because I say it's relatively low. He keeps aiming for the kind of left midfield spot, and like Liverpool read that every time. And I don't know why he keeps aiming for that one. It's the only, my father even picked up on it. He's like, it's the one pass he can do. And I was like, well, he's not even making it half the time. So, like, 6.5 today, boss. Big links with other goalkeepers these days. So it'll be interesting to see what happens before the end of the window.
Just a few stats on David De Gea. Long balls, he had 7 out of 30. He had four saves from inside the box, 5 saves in general, 1 punch. Accurate passes, 25.8% for David De Gea. So again, yeah, I have to back you on that. It seems like, and I did see a few passes from De Gea in the thing where I was like, you just give it him straight back. What's going on? And we touched on it before, haven't we, Sam?
Yeah.
That in pre-season, he looked like he was spraying it left, right, centre. He was pushing up.
He was,
he
was sweeping up as well, wasn't he? He was coming off his line and sweeping up. Like,
well, I suppose like I have to give him at least a 6 because I know he's conceded a goal. It was a bit of a scruffy goal, but he hasn't done what he did at Brentford. So yeah, happy days, I suppose. We've won the game, innit? What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I agree. 6.56. Obviously, we already saw second half mostly, so it's hard to sort of give a rating, but I'll go with Adam's judgment.
Yeah, he's going to be leading a lot on this, Adam. Diego Dallo, Adam.
He actually didn't play that bad, which I was surprised by. I thought that was the one battle that I was worried about in the game. Him and Diaz. Diaz was the player I was actually scared of the most going into that. I was worried the most about him. But he done relatively a good job on him. We didn't see him go forward that much in terms of crossing the ball that often. I can't really remember much. But defensively, I thought he played really good. I'd probably give him, I'd say a 7.
7. Interesting. I thought he was much more aggressive into the tackle, and he was pressing really well. Whenever a player got it into feet, he didn't give him like a second. He was like boom, straight into him. So definitely an improvement. I'll agree with you. I'll say 7. Sam?
Yeah, 7 from what I've seen. I think he's been not great in the first 2 games of the season. If I'm honest, I don't think he's been that decent. But yeah, I'll go with that. Couple of just comments. My girlfriend's in the chat. Best start to the week, 100. Totally agree, babe. Enjoyed it immensely. Just went on LFC channel. It's hashed down. 4 guys are almost crying. This feels so good.
Oh god.
I've had Lewis Jackson. I've had worse Mondays. I blame Pogba for Liverpool losing tonight. That's a Graham Souness comment, isn't it? Yeah, 7 for Dallo for me. Again, I'm just going to prefix. I only saw a little bit of the first half and most of the second half, so just prefix that.
I'm sorry, I'm just watching the Sancho goal back. Oh, send him to the gulag. Absolute gulag. Love it. Where was you up to? So, do you want to do it at the centre back as a partnership? We'll do Levan, as I like to call it.
It's got to be 8, hasn't it? It's got to be 8.
Yeah, it's got to be an 8, at least from what I've seen. Like, they was both man of the match for me, in my opinion. Adam?
Yeah, probably what I do, if I were to break them up and rate them individually, I give Varane an 8, and I probably give Lissandro a 9. I thought, man of the match, I thought he was phenomenal today. Best player on the pitch. He gave everything. He bled. Like, I can't remember a performance kind of similar like that from a centre back for us in quite a long time.
Yeah, but Adam, he's too short though. He's too short.
That's it. But to be fair, I got to give my Carragher was being quite critical of him. But he said a game like today would suit him perfectly. And it did, but even in the air, he was winning duels. I haven't seen the stats now, but I'm sure we might even do it during the week. Look at the stats from this game because I say some of the stats are phenomenal. But
sorry, I'm just watching. I didn't even see that exchange between Milner and Van Dijk. Have you seen that?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, screaming at each other. Like, wow.
Well, you had to see Van Dijk. They were saying he was like an Oasis tribute band. Hands behind the back.
That Van Dijk dribble stat has gone to fuck on it. It's happening quite a bit now.
Pepper now. I think that's the past 3 games that's gone down. They're having a mare at a minute. Yeah, I agree. Did we all say 8?
Yeah,
and a 9 for Lissandro?
Martinez as well. There was a moment as well where I think Milner was coming in on the 6-yard, and Martinez just basically like shoulder charged off the ball, and Milner got up to have a go at him, and he just turned around and went, "And what, mate?" And Milner just walked away. Yeah. It's just like, fucking walk on, you prick.
Can you say it's then Varane and Lissandro Levan are silk and steel 2.0. Tell you right now, they complement each other so well, and I hope that's a centre back pairing. Maguire's got to do a lot of fucking work to get back in that team. Them two look outstanding last night against a tough front three for anyone in Europe. So buzzing with that. Malacia, I'm going to give. From what I've seen, again, I'll say 7.5, but it could have been better. I thought it was incredible, really, really good.
I'd give it. Oh, sorry, Adam.
Yeah, I'd probably like. I won't give him the same rating as Varane, but it'd be very, very close. That 7.5 rating, I think, is quite good. I'd probably agree with that 7.5. I thought he was phenomenal tonight. Shaw has to be sweating. I know he sweats naturally anyway from sitting and breathing, but he's sweating extra hard tonight, I say.
Sweating when he's looking at his Deliveroo choices.
Just like piling on the nuggets. Like, fuck's sake.
He's adding a bit of extra to his meal now after that.
Malacia for me was up there with man of the match. I think if it's not Martinez, it's Malacia. Have you just seen a chat? I know.
No, I just thought Shaw will be there in his delivery order. He'll be going, no, I won't have a regular Coca-Cola, have a Diet Coke.
It's the little things, small percentages.
Lewis Jackson's put quite a few comments in. I'm not going to read all of them because some of them might derail the show. I'm going to read a few of them.
What the fuck?
Up the real Reds, United stand who? Fucking thank you, Lewis. Malacia, Martinez, 15 out of 10. Yeah, fantastic. Malacia for me. If you're not picking Martinez as man of the match, I think Malacia is a good contender. I thought he was fantastic. 7.5 out of 10 for me was absolutely stunning. Luke Shaw should not be anywhere near this team at this point. Malacia needs to be starting every fucking week because he's phenomenally good.
Can I just say, right, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Stormzy's just walked on with like 3 of his cousins, and they're speaking with Gary Neville, Roy Keane, and Stormzy.
As you do.
I looked away 1 sec. It was on like the pundits together. I looked back. It was Stormzy with like 3 of his little brothers, like Jamie Carragher, and that. I was like, okay. Anyway,
what a man! He was on stage with Coldplay last night at Wembley, and now he's in the middle of Old Trafford.
Yeah, with a team viewer shirt on. Anyway, Malacia, we're giving 8, yeah.
Yeah.
8. Did you say you're man of the match?
I said if you're not picking Martinez, I'd go with Malacia, but either one. Right. Either one.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I thought it was quality. McTominay, I don't know, 6, 6.5, 7. Does he deserve? I don't have a clue.
I'd probably give him a 7 if I'm being honest. I think we're a bit harsh on him a lot of the time. There was 1 or 2 occasions where I think we heavily criticize him. It's his passing, and he likes to drill the ball in when you can do a simple pass. That's one thing I don't like about him. But if you're looking at the team as a whole, that's the one spot you could say that could be upgraded there tonight. And we have an absolute beast ready to come into that midfield as well. So look, things can only get better. But I give him a 7 tonight.
Yeah, the thought of Casemiro in front of Lissandro and Varane is refreshing. Sam, what did you think about McTominay?
I don't think he was horrendous like he was the last couple of games by any means. No, Lewis, I'm not reading your Gary Neville comment because I'm not derailing the show. If anyone wants to see it, it's in the chat, but I'm not reading it because it will derail the show. Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong as far as I could see, unless I missed something in the first half, like 6.5, or just above average, decent. If he could play like that more often, he'd make a great squad player. He just doesn't though. That's the problem. His consistency is not good enough. But if he can sort of upgrade his average level to that, then cool, good squad player. But he's not once Casemiro's up when he's not starting.
Well, again, I was about to say that again. He's another one who's going to be losing his spot. We're gonna have McTominay, Maguire on the bench, hopefully for the foreseeable, and then they're gonna have to earn the place back, and Luke Shaw as well. You're not letting that Shaw go away, Sam.
Fucking sick. I'm so sick of his shit. Honestly, God, I'm sick of his shit.
I know. Christian Eriksen, talk to me about him, Adam. What impressed you about him today?
I think he's the transition turning the defense into attack really fast. McTominay will win it back, or one of our centre halves would. They gave it straight to him, and he just picked the pass right away. I said it earlier how he picked the passes that weren't even on the camera yet. Like his vision is next level. It's something else, and it's so refreshing to have someone like that in our midfield now. And he's a two-footed player, set piece taker. He I said it when we signed him. He could be the best transfer that we've had this window. But little did I know we'd actually get Casemiro in and all this. But wait to see how he does. But really, really refreshing to have him in the midfield tonight. Our midfield was completely different tonight, and it was actually really, really nice to see it for a change. So I'd probably give him probably a 7.5. 7.5. I think the defense had a bit more to do, and they looked a bit. You could say they've done more, so that's why I give them mainly an 8 on average. But tonight, Ericsson, I give him a 7.5.
Yeah, again, have to agree with that from the little bits I saw from him. Class again. He's been consistent. He's one player that has been. Even in the shit results, he definitely wasn't at fault for that goal when we played Brentford. Sorry, when De Gea gave it him, threw him under a bus. Yeah. So the games before that as well, he's played really well. So I'm impressed with Christian Eriksen. I'll say 7.5. Sam.
Yeah, agreed. Showed some like Adam said, his passing moments, class, set pieces.
Yep.
Corner ability is fantastic. Free kick ability, absolutely amazing. Almost scored. If it wasn't for Alisson, yeah, he's next level. The three best players in the team this season so far have been the new signings in Malaysia, Martinez, and Eriksen. They've been the three best players. They've been outstanding. Everybody else has been shocking.
On that, we always talk about Klopp having his identity in his team, Pep having his identity in his team. Three of them are Ten Hag signings. You can only hope in the next windows, if he brings them in, you got the same success rate. You'll have your full team in then, and you'll have everyone singing from the same hymn sheet.
If we get like Gakpo and Anthony in, and then you've got options to Sancho and Rashford, and you can split like. We've got options then, so if Rashford has a shit game, it's like, right, sit on the bench, Gakpo gets to play, or Anthony gets to play. Sancho drops a level, it's like, right, Anthony gets to play. You know what I mean? You've got options there. We've got the same in the midfield. We're getting there in the midfield now. We've got in the left back. We've got it in the centre backs. We're looking for a right back, so obviously if Dallo drops a shitter, we can have an option.
Goalkeeper too.
Goalkeeper too. So this is what we need. This is what Liverpool have. This is what City have. This is what Chelsea have. This is what Arsenal have. They have options. We don't. So now we're building that. And if Ten Hag gets the players in that he wants, you're seeing the results with only 3 of them. So you imagine if he gets an entire team, it's gonna change things.
Yeah, 100%. And then his kind of counter partner in the midfield, Bruno Fernandes. I've heard a lot that he was much better today. I thought second half he was chasing every ball, still giving 100%. Wasn't as sloppy on the ball. Looked much better. Was playing the right passes. There was still the odd little time I was like, but he did look much better today. I'd give him probably a 7.
Almost gave us an own goal, though, when he smashed it against Martinez.
But almost don't count. And I was just watching highlights back then of Lissandro. Unbelievable. Bruno Fernandes, Adam.
Yeah, today one thing I noticed, it's been a while since I've seen him. Like, he was always in the ref's ear, like games previous, but he wasn't in the ref's ear that much, and he was the captain too. So it kind of says a lot as well about the sort of game he had. There was the subtle bits of shithousing that I did like after they conceded. He was like, "No, I'm making my way to the line" when he had the ball, and like they were trying to win it back, but he kept winning the ball even when they started kicking it away from him. There was those little things, and then people were like, "Oh, he should be sent off," but when he picked up the ball, he was moving forward, so he can't be booked in. As long as they're moving towards the halfway line after the ball's gone in, you can't get booked. I think just some rule about that. If you're holding on to it, staying in the one spot, then you're booked. But today on the pitch, he done. I can't remember him really doing anything wrong other than nearly getting an own goal, as Sam said. Picked out the right passes. He chased down everything. He should have got an assist to Alanga for that. I don't think
I need to watch that back. No, I've not seen it yet still.
He done really, really well to win it. It was almost like a slide tackle, and I think it went through Van Dijk's legs then, and 1-on-1 to Alanga. He should have scored. But people were saying, many on commentary, that he plays a lot better without Ronaldo. And they even brought up the stats, many goals and assists, but even passing, he looked a lot better. He didn't make he wasn't making those Hail Mary passes as often. Uh, and he just more often than not on the true balls, many out to the wingers, he always like hit it exactly right. He didn't
Yeah.
overhit it or underhit it. But today I'd have to give him probably 7.5 today. Thought he
Yeah.
was really
Happy days. We're going to need him for the rest of the season. We
yeah.
need that Bruno back 100%. And if it means Ronaldo not starting, because I said that at the start of the season, even like when Ronaldo first came in last season, I said it's going to have an effect on him because he was the star before Ronaldo come. Ronaldo come took all the shine off him, and then it just the way he was playing like systematically just wasn't working. So yeah, we'll see what happens with them too. Sam, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, Bruno really a lot better than the previous ones. Like the last two performances, he's been terrible, shocking. Like I wanted him dropped for this game. I'm glad Ten Hag stuck with him and gave him an opportunity because I think he played really well. A couple of comments from Exhibit. It's not the real Exhibit. I did check. Unfortunately, I wish it was, but it's not. Malacia, man of the match for me. First time I saw our players show the passion that we need. Yeah, I agree. Martinez and Varane partnership, both of them cover each other's mistakes. Well, I didn't think they made any mistakes in this game, to be honest.
Silk and Steel 2.0.
Varane, Malacia, Martinez still need a better right back. Yeah, I agree with you, Exhibit. And Severe's in the chat. Shout out to Severe. Buzzing. I feel you, mate. I feel you.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's on to next? Marcus Rashford we'll go to next. I'm so happy for him because last season he got 4 goals, 2 assists, was abysmal. We rated him the worst player of the season. He was terrible. Pre-season looked slightly, he was getting a little bit back, not full there, but very gradually. Start of the season happens, everyone straight away. Rashford's back to his old usual habits, blah blah blah. He's not doing the right things. He runs into blind alleys. His football intelligence isn't there. He's low in confidence. He's not beating players. But today I thought it was the polar opposite of that. Took his goal really well. The finish it was just looked like the confident Rashford the way he finished it. His timing for his running behind was perfect. Still things to work on. I'm not going to go all out and say he's back, but it's nice to see him have a really good performance and be happy. And the passion he showed after the goal as well was just like he was like fucking yes, come on, screaming to the fans, and it's that's a scene I've wanted to see for a while. So big up Marcus Rashford, and I'll give him an 8 because he got a goal.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. 7.58. I give him. You pointed out not running up blind alleys. He was, as you said, taking it on men, like 3 guys at once, and it was actually crazy. Like he was putting balls through players' legs, and he's very unlucky not to actually get more than the 1 goal. I was convinced he was offside then after I celebrated and I went I read a tweet and I was like, maybe we spent the Anthony money on VAR refs.
My girlfriend texted me and went, he's offside. I went, don't fucking take this away from me. Don't fucking take it away from me.
It was a hairline though, wasn't it? Like it was so close.
Because after he scored, I literally got out of my seat and I ended up nearly doing what Klopp does with the fist in the kitchen by my side. But then I looked at the replay, it's like, well, shit, he's offside after all that. But no, it counted, thanks be to God. I love that sort of finish on the keeper's near post on a 1-on-1. It just, and you know,
give
when
him
you
the eyes. You give him the eyes.
Yeah. And right in front of the Stretford end, we needed that goal at that time. And that was a game-winning goal at the end of the day. So hopefully he can kick on from this because there's no better time now than getting a goal against Liverpool. The winning goal, you could say, as well.
Especially with Anthony coming in as well. And Gakpo. Competition again. Competition breeds success. I've always said that it breeds success. You bring in players in there now, players don't get comfortable. They don't, is it lie on the laurels? What's the saying? I can't remember. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, 100%. Sam, Marcus Rashford, talk to me, please.
Yeah, I've not got off my seat for Marcus Rashford for a long time. Like, it's been a while. It's like during pandemic days where we were all locked up. That was the last time I was like getting out of my bed at the time. To like watch him do stuff on the pitch, and that's the first game I've seen him where he's got, oh my god, this dude, I forgot how good he is, how good he can be, how much he can just tear defenders a new arsehole every time he gets on the ball, like dicking players left, right and centre, putting them on their arse. Should have scored 2 at least, like that goal where he got put through by Eriksen should have scored. Actually, we could have. I was thinking about all the chances we had. We could have had about 3 or 4, if we're honest. Like Langer's goal, Eriksen with a free kick, Rashford with his opportunity. Put them away. We're getting 4-5 nil against Liverpool. So yeah, Rashford for me 7.5. If not, I thought he was really, really good, really, really effective. And like Severe says in the chat, Marcus needed more than anyone. Well chuffed for him. He grew into the game as it progressed. Yeah, totally agree, mate.
Yeah. Jadon Sancho, again, I didn't see much. I'm just going to give him an 8 because he sent Alisson to the gulag and he sent James Milner to the gulag.
So
and
good.
He made Van Dijk like playing musical statues. He just did not move his all, was still with his hand behind his back. So Jadon Sancho gets an 8 from me straight off the bat. I don't even care how he played for the rest of the game. Just that action alone, give him an 8. So, Adam?
Yeah, it feels good. We actually have a star boy in our team now, to say it again. It's been a while since we said that. Boy, he's our star boy. I think we said it when Ten Hag came in. He'd be the player who would kind of excite us the most. I think he'd get the best. Ten Hag will get the best out of him, and hopefully now this kickstarts that. I know it's kickstarting hopefully our season, but Jadon Sancho today, like I don't know. I was screaming at the TV when he done the dummy. I was like, just fucking shoot. And no, he was the coolest man in Old Trafford. Ice cold. And sent the two of them, as you said, to the gulag, and Van Dijk as a Liam Gallagher tribute band with his hands behind his back. I don't know what he was doing.
Did you see Bruno shouting at Sancho to put it in the corner? Did you see it? Like he was just off thing. He's like, stick it in the fucking corner, stick it in the corner.
Yeah,
loved it.
But yeah, another great game by him today. Obviously he got subbed off. Who was it that came on for him?
For who?
Fred.
For Sancho.
Fred, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it Fred?
Fred, yeah.
Fred.
Yeah, it was Fred, and I thought Fred actually played relatively well as well when he came on. But Jadon Sancho probably 7.58 today.
Sam?
Yeah, I agree. I thought the goal he took was sublime. Like that was pure Jadon Sancho quality. That's the kind of stuff you saw that he was doing in Dortmund. Just like he's really good on the ball. His touch, like he's fantastic. Couple of touches, dinked it, like build on his ass, then put it in the corner. Like love to see it. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, 7.5. I thought he was great. Seemed to tire a little bit towards the end. I think that's maybe why they brought him
Could
off.
be illness again.
Yeah, maybe he's not fully recovered. Seemed to tire a little bit, so it was good that they sort of took him off towards the end, keep him fresh. A couple of comments. K glazes out. Yes, totally agree, my friend. Injured Chiefs. There you go. On the shirt as well. Injured Chiefs. Sam enjoyed that today's match, bro. I did, mate. I fucking loved that match. Absolutely loved it. I hope you did as well. I hope you did. You were watching.
And Sam got to see a CDM come into the court as well.
Fucking hell! I can't, mate. I can't wait for it. I hope he plays against Southampton because that's going to be ridiculous. It's like, what do we get to look like living a CDM? What's going to happen?
Sam, if I would have said to you 2 weeks ago we were bringing Casemiro in and we was going to beat Liverpool at Old Trafford, you would have told me to fuck off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd be like, right, buy me another bottle of whiskey and then we'll take that bet. That's it. But football, man. Football is a strange game.
Crazy, innit? Yeah, that's the one. Football. Bloody hell. And then the last one, Elanga. Yeah, I don't know. I can't physically give a rating because I don't know. I've not seen any clips of him. I didn't see him in the first half at all. I know
he came off injured, didn't he? After the first half.
Oh, did he?
Martial replaced him, didn't he?
I already put a bit of a shift in, but apart from that, I'll just say 6 because I haven't seen much of Elanga, to be honest.
Yeah, I think maybe 6.5. Should have scored today, like an absolute sitter. He had so much space to aim for. That was the difference between him and Rashford. Rashford was actually a lot more clinical, and Rashford's. To be fair to Rashford, his finish, his finish was probably a lot more difficult than Elanga's one. So Elanga should have got the goal. There was one point where he skipped between, I think it was Gomez and Trent in the first half, and Trent got booked from that. I thought he done well there. I think that could have been the free kick that Eriksen nearly scored. I think it was at that point. But today there was encouraging signs there. If he got the goal, I would have said, like 7.58. But today I would give him a 6.5.
Yeah, it's the first time
decent return.
Yeah, it's the first time we're not giving anyone under a 6 in the United team, which is this is also got to be a
We're used
record.
to 4s.
Yeah, exactly. 3s and 4s. The best rating someone got in the past few games is like 5.5,
Yeah.
and that was at a push.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, I'll go with Adam because like you said, I only saw like 5-10 minutes in the first half by the time I got inside, and then he was took off at half time. So I'll just go what Adam said. I'll go with that.
Alrighty then, as Bruce Almighty would say. Man of the match. Who did we all say? Adam.
Lissandro, hands down.
Lissandro. I will agree because I love him. I absolutely love him.
I'll,
But Varane, shout out. Malacia, shout out as well.
I'll go with Malacia just to be a little bit different because I thought he was fantastic. But Martinez, I ain't gonna argue with it. I won't argue with it.
Yeah, can't wait to watch him for a full season, man. It's going to be incredible, and hopefully Varane stays fit. Did we say we got Southampton in the next game?
Saturday 12:30, early kickoff on Saturday.
Okay.
Early kick. I hate fucking early kickoffs.
I know.
So yeah, we've got Southampton and then Leicester. Is it? I think away as well.
Yeah.
In the next couple of games. Yeah, Southampton.
Two away games, is it?
Yeah. So Leicester's away on a Thursday, 1st of September, where the transfer market will be closing and De Jong will be signing. What you Sam?
Mate, if we have Casemiro, De Jong, and Bruno or Eriksen in the midfield, no more pants for the rest of the watch-alongs. Pants off every watch-along. Gotta be.
Pants are off.
I can't handle that amount of competent midfield. It's ridiculous.
100%. Big up everyone in the chat, everyone who's joined, everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's liked the video, everyone who joined Shreyas for the lovely watch along this time. It's not depressing because I don't know if anyone who remember who was on it when we first did our first ever watch along. It was against Liverpool and we got beat 5-0. So to say we've come a long way might be a bit of an overstatement because we've only just won our first game of the season, but we would take positives from anything. Defense looked really good.
And the first two watch-alongs were fucking shite. Brighton and fucking Brentford. They were awful.
But one last thing I want to say before we head off. Yes, it's positive. We've won. Yes, it's positive. We've got Casemiro coming into the fold. And yes, we're all happy as United fans that we've put in a good performance. But the reason why a lot of us was there today and actually didn't go into the stadium was because of the ownership, was because of the Glazers. So don't let this result mask what's currently going on at the minute. Don't let the transfers that they're going to bring in after this, maybe a Gakpo, Antony, another midfielder, right back, and a keeper, apparently we're linked with. Don't let all that buy you off, basically, because when we did it in the Super League, we had our foot on their necks. And then when Ronaldo, Varane, and Sancho came in, everyone was like, well, not everyone, but half the fan base was like, oh, we've bought these. We don't need to do anything. No, fuck that. Just keep your foot on the necks until we can get... Because think of the positivity with the players we're bringing in. You get Sir Jim Ratcliffe behind it as well, who's going to invest in the stadium, invest in the training ground, invest in the club just as a whole. He loves the club. He's a United fan. It's only going to be positive and it's only going to be up. Do not let this mask why we're really here and what we really want, please. That's the last message I want to end it on.
Also, they promised so much stuff after that Super League. They promised fan inclusion in the shares scheme and this voting system. Not happened. They promised to engage with fans and talk to them regularly. It's not happened. Besides, I think one Zoom call where they were 30 minutes late for. So, not fucking happened. They said they'd invest in the stadium. What's happened? They put a fucking lick of red paint on the outside. Oh, fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Still rusting, still leaking, still miles behind the times of every fucking stadium in the league. Training ground, the women's team's training in fucking porta cabins and piss poor management at the training ground. It's like when we built it, it was ahead of its time and state of the art. Now it's 10 years behind the times and we've got Leicester spending £80 million on a training ground. We're fucking behind the times and we need to sort it out.
That's the money from Maguire, that.
Yeah, exactly. We need to sort the shit out. And remember, it doesn't matter who they buy. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they promise us. Get them out of the club and keep the pressure up. Me and Nick went to the protest for a reason today. We went there because we wanted to show our disapproval with the ownership and wanted to get them out. So don't be engaged with the shiny new toys that we're gonna get because they're gonna spend. You've seen it. They've brought in Casemiro for 60 million. They're willing to spend 100 million on Antony. They're spending 35, 40 million on Gakpo. Nick still thinks De Jong's coming in, which he's not, but Nick still thinks it. And that's the lie of the Glazers. They think he's going to spend more money on that. So just don't be distracted by the shiny toys because it's it's different than now. We need to keep the pressure on him. We need to get him out of this club. And with your guys' help and with everybody else with us, we can do it. But everybody has to join in. Everybody has to do it.
Yeah, everybody has to do their little bit. Fans online have been doing it as well. They've been leaving negative reviews on businesses relating to the Glazers as well. So it does hit them in their pockets. Don't buy any merchandise. Buy replicas off different websites. Buy retro jerseys. Buy your green and gold. So we're sold. Just one last point, if I could put it in. I think you guys recorded some little bits that I'm sure it'll be going up onto the channel a while. So definitely stay tuned and keep an eye out for those because they'll be uploaded probably could be tomorrow in the next couple of days. Will it be?
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll have the news show tomorrow.
What would be Monday? It'll be Insta Live tomorrow.
Insta Live tomorrow.
Is it Monday? Wow.
Tuesday tomorrow.
Monday today. It's Monday.
Jesus. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, it'll be the.
We could push it out. We could do Insta tomorrow. We could do news show Wednesday, Thursday FIFA, Friday we could do the transfer show, and then Saturday.
Do you want maybe a start breakdown of the game?
Yeah, we'll figure it out anyway. There'll be content regardless, whatever day it is. And we'll let you guys know on the Instagram tomorrow. So
if you get us to 1,000 subscribers, we'll start selling these as well. These little sort of custom bag
and the hoodies.
And hoodies. So
hoodies as well.
Help us get to 1,000 subscribers, and then you can wear this instead of United shit. Got green and gold on it. Show you a disapproval.
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you very much, lads, for joining me. It's what's been a positive review. It's so nice, honest. And yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow. We'll let you know on Instagram what's coming up. It'll be an Insta Live or it'll be a transfer show. Could be something breaking. Lots of things to discuss. Lots of things to break down. So it should be fun. Thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Peace and love.